Hello and welcome to this video. I am Sensei Jamoki.
And I am Sensei Afia.
Good, wicked. So we are here from Zen-Shin Martial Arts Academy. We wanted to make a video today regarding the effects of lockdown. Do you want to give us a little introduction, Fee?
Yeah, okay. So I've been writing out an email to our students and trying to just to check in with you guys to see how you're doing, hoping you're okay and letting you know that we're still here for you guys. And then I thought this would be way better as a conversation because there's so much that can be said with the effects of this whole lockdown. And I asked Big Bro to do a video with me to talk about this subject to hopefully help you guys at home during this time.
Cool, great. So yeah, lockdown was a major, looking back, it would have been a major decision to put the whole country down into lockdown for the length that we have been in. Something that not many people have experienced before, unless like you're a prisoner or something, you know. However, yeah, and these effects, I guess, haven't been recorded as and detailed, you know, because they haven't happened.
I think more recently, like in the past few weeks, I've seen more like research come out and statistics about like how children aren't doing their daily recommended 60 minutes of exercise. I think that was on the BBC the other day. A lot of kids aren't moving enough, and just imagine how active kids usually are in the day, being at school and their after school activities, and that's literally gone down to zero.
We know that obesity is a big factor in the severity and likelihood of getting corona. So, you know, that activity levels of the kid is a big indicator of where the country or the country's youth are headed towards. That hour a day, I can imagine, most kids probably would get it because kids are quite active, aren't they? But now they have a lot of their learning, for example, their school online, and then they maybe other activities are now online. They can't go out to socialize. So it does make it harder.
And also, like, let's say, you know, you've had a sedentary lifestyle, one lockdown, maybe that's okay for a short period of time, but to recreate those old habits of exercising and trying to get back into that old routine is going to be harder. Once you stop your exercise and fitness like that, to get back into it afterwards, it's harder for you because you're not going to be where you were before.
I think
So
for older students as well, I can imagine some adults and what a big step it is to even enter the dojo or to, you know, to commit yourself to something like this. And then for basically almost a year now, you know, training hasn't been how we'd expect it to be as sensei, in terms of, you know, contact levels and just, you know, being able to turn into the dojo. And I think, you know, once you get demotivated enough through the length of time of, you know, frustration, it can make it very hard to return, which is only going to affect health negatively.
Yeah. So with that said, the answer is don't stop training. Don't stop training. You have to keep doing something. You know, let's say it doesn't even have to be karate, like you just need to be moving every day. Whether you're dancing around your house or you go for a jog, you go for a walk, you do some stretching.
I think realistic, you know, goals is definitely like going for a walk every day around the local area, walk the dog, you know, go with your parents if you can, or other siblings, and walk close by. And you know, a 15-minute walk, which time flies, doesn't it? and you're already a quarter of the way there just from having a morning walk. You come back, have some kind of stretch, do a couple of things, and like we've been including our like Zen-Shin challenge this month to kind of motivate people to take that step towards doing something every day, which is only a small step, but these bigger leaps that we will end up taking start from small steps, don't they?
Yeah, and it's trying to create those like small everyday habits to improve one's lifestyle. And it's been really cool to see, like, even the kids been doing it, and we have families doing their challenge daily, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, and even with me, you start off with one small habit, and then it kind of ends up snowballing, and I ended up doing like extra stuff afterwards, and then it does really snowball into.
Like, I've been doing my challenge, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm warm now. I might as well have a stretch, and then I end up stretching for half an hour. So yeah,
it's so positive.
Yeah.
I think like also studying like all day, maybe we're kind of encouraged to sit down at the computer for hours on end. I think breaking up study periods with some kind of like movement, a walk outside, just trying to keep active, just to refresh more than anything, which is important. And I think actually parents really gotta help support their kids in this time. They're setting the standard, and if they let it slip and they do make excuses for their kids, then they will use it and take the easy option, or make choices which in the end.
Yeah, and I think exercise during this time is even more important than ever because of the mental benefits for it, for people's mental health. Like, the impact of regular exercise on your mental health is profound. Like, the statistics of it reducing depression, anxiety, ADHD, relieving stress, improving your mood and your memory, improving sleep. And I think all of us could do with that extra bit of help in these areas, because the pressure that we're under at the moment.
Yeah, I think before the whole lockdown coronavirus came about, like one of the best times of my day was after I finished my class. That the rush of feelings that I get are really strong, aren't they? Just feeling healthy and happy, and head is clear, and that was without lockdown. So now with lockdown, you have been in your house all day and you can't see anybody, all these things. Then to be online but still doing exercise with your sensei and your other students there, I think it only compounds the positive effects. That's what I've. And because I had some time off because I had my child this year, and there were a few weeks where I was like focusing on the child, and I did start to feel the kind of slugginess from not training. And as soon as I came back the first day and I got involved, and it was great, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And just remaining part of the community for people as well. Like, people are going to be stuck at home with, like, maybe their mom and dad, maybe their siblings, maybe their partner, and that's the only person you're going to see or talk to in real life all day. So to be able to, like, have 45 minutes where you're away from that person and you can absorb yourself in something completely different, that is promoting health, promoting a good lifestyle, helping you on your journey, your karate journey, your kickboxing. It's a positive, definitely.
I think regarding because I teach a couple of I'm thinking of, they are like teenagers. They're taking their exams. It's GCSE A-level time. They study very hard. They work really hard in school, and for a lot of them, they need that juxtaposition from the mental activity to the physical activity, and actually being able to partake in the physical allow them to perform better mentally
Mm.
as well. And I've had a couple of them like write me letters and give me notes and just and speak to me um, on a level and just say how like it was so important to them being able to like function to their best ability when they had so many other pressures with school outside.
Yeah, training can be like a release of all those things, and also a space to clear your mind as well. Like I kind of see, you know, when you're really in zone in the class, it's kind of like a meditation. Like your mind is clear and you just focus on the karate.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think that's really nice. Um, yeah.
For sure. They are all very important um, um, reasons to continue your exercise. I think I'm thinking about those people that have been in lockdown and have continued to train with us. We've found that those that have applied themselves, that had the correct support,
Yeah.
um, have really been able to improve massively over this
Yeah.
time. It has given some people the opportunity to learn independently and also to start to ask more questions because they had to kind of almost work harder to get the information in class because of the
Mm.
virtual boundaries that we have. And
We definitely have students that have thrived from the lockdown because they have all the material, the whole syllabus, so many kata videos in one spot. So once they've like got one thing, it's like, okay, what's next, and they're in control of how much they can consume. So some students have really excelled with their karate during this time. um, Sensei, what would you say to a student or a parent who has not done any of the online training, hasn't
oh, they
seen?
have to try, don't they? If they haven't done anything, I mean, I'm sure the children or parents have been on meetings or school classes on Zoom, and I'm sure they are limited. I'm sure they're somewhat effective. However, trying to be active in front of, like with your sensei, with the class, is a lot of fun. I think it does get the kids involved in something. It makes them feel like they're in some kind of club still. You know, we're
Mm.
having fun, and a way to like just break up the day a little bit. For
Yeah, yeah.
sure. I think they've definitely got to try. They can't like I
Don't knock it, hide it.
don't knock it till you try it. Yeah, I heard some people, some parents or students like write off Zoom before they've even tried it. Oh, I can't do
Mm.
that. Got no space, or you know. But
Mm.
actually, so, you know, some of them when they come and actually join, they're actually enjoying themselves, and they realise that we're trying to adapt to work in our living area, our living room, our bedroom, or whatever. So it's not about having loads of space or
Mm.
the correct environment. It's just about you showing up in front of the camera and doing stuff.
That's it. Like we're not catering for students in a dojo anymore. We're catering for you in your home. So we've really had to like change things up and the way we teach, to try and make it, you know, most efficient for everyone at home, in little space.
Right?
Yeah.
That sums it up. Have we got the message across, do you think?
I hope so. I hope so.
I'd like to know people's thoughts on this. Like, have you been training during the lockdown period? And
Mm.
what are the effects, the positive or negative things you found with
Yeah.
training online? And if you've enjoyed it, if you haven't. I wonder if there's any other classes or clubs or things that they also do partake in online, whether, like you said, dancing, or maybe you've got an arts group or a don't know, whatever group you may join, a music class or something. And you know, maybe you can tell us your experience with those as well.
Yeah, or if you've even got any tips, something that works well for you guys at home, things that you struggle with. Yeah, we can create a space to kind of share these things to help each other.
I wonder if we could, as a bonus now, because for the people that reach the end of the video, should we give 5 tips to make a great learning experience? And
Good home dojo.
yeah, like how are you going to get the most out of your learning experience? Like what 5 tips would you give? Can you think of
Okay.
your most important one?
Mine would be to remove distractions as
Mm,
much as possible.
okay.
So to have like a dedicated place where you do your training,
Ooh, okay.
where you know there's not going to be Lego on the floor. I mean, it still could be your living room, but like it's like, okay, guys, everyone, can you just, this is karate time now. So if you go and do your thing, mom, go and make dinner while you do your training. So I guess the whole family has to be a part of it to help make it work, and everyone's going to be doing their bits of exercise in the day. So to have that schedule, okay, Mondays, Wednesdays is karate time at this time.
So you say number 1 would be to set a dedicated time to do karate
Yeah,
time. Number 2, then I'm going to play on that because you mentioned it. Number 2,
yeah.
get someone involved from your family. We often invite parents, brothers, or sisters to join in with the warm up, and that can be a great way to, you know, encourage that kind of behavior. It's more fun when you're doing it with someone, usually as well. And parents, that's a great opportunity for you to help support your child, even though you might not be as good as push-ups at them. You can still have a go, and your child will probably enjoy the fact that I've been training them to do great push-ups. And yeah, so I think that would be my number 2. Get involved with the person doing it.
Yeah, cool. Number 3, I had 2 things in my head.
I've got one.
Go on.
So Kyoshi's gonna like this one.
I know what you're gonna say.
Wear your gi.
Wear your gi.
So I think with the uniform thing, I think it helps. I think it helps. I think the feeling of, oh, I've got to put my gi on now isn't so good. But once I'm in my home dojo, I've got my gi on, I've tied my belt, I've set myself up to work. I think when we can go a bit casual and you know, with tracksuit bottoms and t-shirt, we kind of still have that mentality. You know, maybe you woke up in that and you carried your whole day in those clothes, and then it's karate time and you're still wearing the same clothes. So I think wearing your gi
Gives you superpower.
or whatever it is your workout uniform is, put that on and know that you come into work. You've got 3 wicked.
My number 4 is set it as part of your routine. So have your set days in the week when it is karate time, just like you usually would. Like where maybe you train on a Tuesday and a Thursday normally, so you have those 2 days a week where you turn up to karate whether you like it or not. So you have to, yeah, there's those days. So make sure that, you know, on your set days, you're there, you're ready to go. And you know that as soon as you get started, you're going to be fine. It's just, you know, getting there. That's the hardest bit.
For
So
sure.
yeah,
I've got my last one.
okay.
The 5th one, I would say arrive early. And what I mean by this is we usually open the dojo like 10 minutes before class time online. And there are some kids that always arrive early and they're sat, and the first 10 minutes we're chatting to them. We're, you know, saying hello to everybody that comes in. And, you know, I can imagine, you know, some people they might start the video, but they might go and get changed out of sight of the camera, but they can hear us. They're having a sip of water. They're having their last munch of food, and they're kind of getting ready in that environment, rather than just coming in as we start and kind of you already feel late. Yeah, exactly. So to come in early and just to kind of relax, and I'm kind of we kind of warm up into even starting karate. And so I can imagine maybe if you have a child that might be reluctant or can't be, if you were to turn it to join the class a few minutes early, get them just to sit and watch as we say hello to everybody and ask them how they are and stuff. I think that might get them feel more comfortable with working in front of the TV.
And it also gives us an opportunity to ask them if they need help with anything as well. If there's anything in particular they want to work on, it gives us that opportunity to see what you guys want, so we can have that conversation. So yeah, the fun part.
That's one of the most important things. Sorry, that is a really important thing, is that human connection. And I can see when we're working, I can see everybody on the screen, and I'm saying, "Oh, well done, great stance," and I can see their face light up. Maybe they haven't had a compliment from someone outside of their household for a while. Maybe they're just working hard on something and they just need a bit of reinforcement. And I can really see how being online, you can still connect and really impact people's lives through what we're doing.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think that's it. So we had our little talk. We had our 5 tips, which only you guys at the end listen to. So well done. I think we have covered all grounds now. I think we've basically said everything we need to say. I have mentioned the questions of just letting us know of your experience. If you have any problems or info, you can message us at enquiries.
Oh,
yeah, 07976401214 would be our mobile number. You can send us a WhatsApp, or you could send us an email, or however works for you. We're on Instagram as well and Facebook. So that's it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Like, share, subscribe.
Everybody very much for joining in today. And I hope to see you in the dojo soon.
See you in the dojo.
Yeah, see you in the dojo. Bye.
See ya.